a real one, and I thank God he's so good. I wake up every morning, look in the mirror, and
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Tonight, a good one on tap as part of our John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Series, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And how about Geno Smith? The number of times we've looked at his career and said, here's something new for him. And that's exactly what we're talking about with his move to Las Vegas after 5 seasons in Seattle. Over 70% last season completion percentage. And the Raiders, they definitely need that technical efficiency in Vegas. And the best part, he has a head coach in Pete Carroll who really believes in him.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. Geno now to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Well, he's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
So the Colts in great position here as they get things started. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And he gets a clean slate and a competition in his new spot in Indianapolis. Obviously trying to eliminate some bad habits he picked up in New York. But after a brief pit stop in Minnesota, this gives him a chance to continue the trend of veteran quarterbacks who have a chance to excel with a fresh start and a new team.
Throwing Jones. This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Warren, 34 yards. And the Colts use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Quarterback loves the receivers, but sometimes his best friend is that tight end.
Yeah, it's hard to believe, isn't it? Because we always talk about the guys out wide and how acrobatic they are. But that tight end, great sight lines, easier throws, they become a bigger and bigger weapon as the NFL evolves.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. A solid stiff arm. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Well, this upcoming week, of course, an important one for us in the Madden community. It's the kickoff to John Madden Thanksgiving Celebration Week. Big John was such a presence on that holiday to so many of us. And we look forward to a big slate of games coming up on Thanksgiving Day. The Packers and Lions started out, followed by the Chiefs and Cowboys. What a game that'll be. And then finally the Bengals and the Ravens on Thursday night. Now Smith. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. This is taken at the 18. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Just a fantastic punt return of 80 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him.
And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming.
The Colts will
Jones throwing for it. And this will be caught. So the try for 2 good. And it pushes them out to a 15-0 lead.
Raiders nothing.
$15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. As they've got it as we resume action.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Badgley now to kick this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40. Looking to put a drive together. They'll fake it. Now Smith. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And on Las Vegas, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
On first down, it's Genty. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
First and 10 at the 32.
Right back to Genty on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty from 17 yards out. And the Raiders get a bit closer. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs, 70 yards. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown one play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
That's complete. It's Ashton Genty. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A shotgun snap for Smith. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Geno. And he whips that one incomplete there. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And it's taken in at the 9. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with decent starting field position, they may be only a couple completions away from field goal range.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Malcolm Kuntz in there to get him, and with it, time will expire here in this first half of play. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 2 yards to go, second down.
Brings up second and 2.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
And the Colts first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run the jet sweep here with Pierce. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
It's a loss of a yard.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 37-yard line.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
This one completes out of Pierce. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
First down.
Off the play fake. Jones. Down the field, he's got Warren. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
That's another Colts.
Back to throw again. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. That's caught right side. It's Warren. And he'll be brought down with a penalty flag on the field. It was a late decision to throw, and it might have been too late. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
That is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play,
so that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the gun, here's Smith. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Smith. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Now a timeout coming in here defensively. as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sauce Gardner picks it off. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Off play action. Jones. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's Smith. That's caught by Tucker. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Smith. That's caught by Thornton. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Smith to throw. That's to the left side where he's got Bowers. Here's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
Smith's going to throw him. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum, but not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
The Colts will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Well, let Taylor try and run. And he is not going to to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here is Geno Smith and the Raiders. Down by 2 touchdowns. 45 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Here comes second down.
A loss of 7 yards. It's second down.
Out of the gun, Smith. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Colts are going to win the football game. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.